Hello, my friends. So, today we're talking about lifelong learning, which, if you don't know, means to always be curious and learn things your whole life. So, if you feel like your life feels boring, it's because you stop learning new things. The people who grow the most, who feel happy, and the people who are successful share one similar quality: they never stop learning. And I encourage you to do the same. And before I tell you why lifelong learning is important and how to apply what I tell you, we have to understand the mindset that holds people back. So, what limits our learning is thinking that we already know everything, that we have all the knowledge and all the answers. But let me tell you, that is not true. Sure, if you surround yourself with people that know less, which I'm not trying to insult or anything, but if you surround yourself with people that you think you know less, yeah, you're gonna think that you're really smart. But surround yourself with people who know more than you, and you will see that you don't know much. But it's a good thing. Surrounding yourself with people who know more than you is a good thing, because that's gonna challenge you, and that's gonna encourage you to grow and learn new things. And also, let me tell you, learning is not just in school. Learning starts the moment we are born and the moment we pass away. It's not just in school. You have to learn outside of school too. Your whole life you're supposed to be learning. We as humans are made to learn things our whole life. That's why we exist, right? So always be thinking about learning things. Always analyze, always ask questions, always try to grow and improve. And I'm gonna tell you why that's important right now. So I don't know if you have watched my channel before, but if you haven't, welcome. I'm glad you're watching. But I always repeat this saying: never stop learning in every video. It's kind of the main mindset that I have in life, and I think it's really important. I feel it like it's important because the person that we will become in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years is defined by what we learn now, the content we consume, the books we read, the skills we learn, by the people we are around. That defines our life. Our surroundings define us. If we spend our days surrounded by people who know less, we will act like we know everything. But what's important is to be around people who know more than you and who can challenge us, because that's how we grow. I believe there's a saying, I don't remember how it goes, but you are the average of the 5 people you spend time with. I believe that's how it goes. So surround yourself with people who want to grow, people who want to improve and grow together and learn things together. And that's what I'm trying to build here. I'm trying to build a community where we can grow together, we can learn together, encourage each other, and learn. And I hope you become a part of this community. Another thing is learning basically builds a foundation for other things. Take athletes, for example. I think I read somewhere that many pro athletes from an early age played a lot of different sports. I don't know if that's true, but yeah, a lot of kids who played a lot of different sports growing up acquired a lot of different skills from those sports, like, footwork, ball handling, eye coordination, teamwork, everything. And from all those different sports, they became well rounded athletes. And that kind of helped them pick their main sport, which they specialized in, and just like became extremely good at it. And yeah, the reason they got so good is because they built a foundation from all those different sports and put those different skills that they learn into their main sport. For me, I see it with music, for example. So I started playing the bass guitar as my first instrument like 3 years ago, I think. Then this year, I picked up the acoustic guitar, and because I played bass, it was much easier to learn guitar. All the fretting, fingerstyle, how to press down on the frets, how to shape chords. Because I played bass before, I already built up the finger strength and wrist strength. And because of that, it became much easier to play guitar. So, to make it simpler to understand, basically, always learning new things helps us get better at other things too. And yeah, by always being curious and always learning, we try out different things, and then we can know what we like, what kind of people we are, our personalities, and what we don't like. If we don't experiment, we'll never know. But I think the most important, probably the most important, is it's just fun. At least for me, it's fun to learn so many different things. That's what makes life fun. Even though things that you learn might be challenging at that time, like mastering something, whether it's a skill or sport, might be extremely hard. But when you do it, when you learn that, it just brings so much joy. Like such a deep sense of satisfaction and joy. It's just so amazing. Like recently, if you know anything about guitar, I started playing more bar chords, which is basically pretty hard for beginners. They're really scary for beginners. And bar chords are basically chords where you, with your index finger, you press down basically almost all of the frets with your index finger, and then with other fingers, you press down on other notes after it, and which is like pretty hard. But I've been practicing and I've tried again and again, always trying to learn, always trying to shape those chords. Playing a song which you might know, which is Where Is My Mind? I believe it's called by Pixie. And I got it down. It's kind of smooth now, and it just made me so freaking happy. So learning things, at least for me, brings me joy. And I feel like if you guys implement this mindset into your life of always learning, always analyzing, always just trying to improve, I think your life will become much more fun. Okay, so I told you the mindset of lifelong learning and why it's important, but even if you learn things, it's gonna do no good if you just learn. Because what we have to do is we have to take action on what we learn and not just accumulate information. We have to try new experiences, reflect, practice, apply those things that we learn in our daily life. That's how learning actually becomes meaningful. If you tend to watch a lot of self improvement videos, which I did a lot in the past, I've thought that it was productive. Like watching those videos, I thought it was productive. You know, I'm watching, I'm learning. But what did I do? I just watched them. It was basically just like entertainment. I didn't apply them in my life. And that's the main problem. You can watch a lot of educational content, but if you don't implement those things that you learn, it's just meaningless. So that's my final tip. Apply those things that you learn in your life. So thank you guys for watching this video, and if you found it helpful, I love that. I'm really happy. And if you have something that you're struggling with or something that you have struggled with in the past but overcame it, I'd really love to know, so share in the comments. It really makes me happy. And also, let me know what I should talk about next. Maybe you're struggling with something, you know, maybe you need help with something, so let me know and I'll make a video on it sometime. And one last quick thing. I know I'm yapping too much, but if you guys have noticed, I've started doing this chapter thing, splitting what I talk about in chapters, and I'm thinking of putting some like art, some sketches on there, like a sticker or something small. So if any of you guys do art or something, I would love to, you know, add them on this chapter thingy to like customize it a little bit and make it more lively if you want to. But I would be really happy. It would be really cool to customize those chapters. And yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. I love you guys and never stop learning.